Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to King Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. I want to take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy 2025. 24 is behind us. 2025 is ahead of us, so look forward to a great new year. I've had quite a few people contact me telling me they're interested in starting the year off getting involved in King Self-Defense. They want to know a little bit more about it, and they're kind of not sure if they want to squeeze the trigger yet and start training. Well, I think it's a good idea to start doing that no matter what really age you are, because down the road, we're all going to eventually use something similar to this as we get older. And it's also a great self-defense tool besides a mobility aid. Now, when you're first learning the cane, and I always like to start the year off going over some basic techniques with everybody, because it doesn't matter whether you're brand new or you've been doing it for decades. It doesn't hurt to work the basics. You have several strikes. You have your verticals, your horizontals, your diagonals, rifle strikes, and you have your bayonet strikes. To me, one of the best ones to start off with is the two-hand bayonet strike. It's a good, solid technique to use, and it can create a lot of force and energy on somebody. Now, I'm going to show you two ways to do this. One of them for those that like to carry with their crook pointing behind them or have their crook going forward. It doesn't matter what kind of cane you use. I have, as you can see, many different kinds of canes, from straight canes to regular crook canes to canes with the palm rest to derby style. And I'll be showing kind of each of those different kind of canes in the future, how to use them for self-defense. But let's get back to this one here. One of the things about self-defense that every system has, whether doesn't matter what system it is, the one thing they always have in common is when you're learning a technique, you have two things you got to consider: distance and timing. It doesn't matter whether you're doing open hand, kicking and punching, or whether you're doing something with a self-defense tool or weapon. Even in shooting a weapon itself, distance and timing. So let's go ahead and get into that as we're doing this technique. Now, I'm going to show you the two-hand bayonet strike, how I like to do it. And there's a lot of different ways you can do it, but I'm going to show you the way I like to do it. Now, from here, to get a good solid blow, and in our system, we teach this, the RDT King Self-Defense System, is I'll sit here simply and I'll break it down. Depending on the distance and timing, I'm going to show you going forward and backwards and kind of being where we're at. If I got the opportunity and I see them coming in, I'm going to turn. As I turn, I'm going to lower my hand down. Now understand, I'm holding the crook to where, oh, sorry about that. Got a tag in the back bugging me there. From here, I'm going to turn, lower my hand down, lift my cane, and most important, I'm going to rev like I'm on a motorcycle, like you're revving a motorcycle. Let me explain why you want to do that. I'm in Florida, and the temperature is 55 degrees, so it's kind of cool for Floridians down here, so we're all wearing jackets. But if you're somewhere where it's Michigan, New York, the Carolinas, and it's pretty darn cold or it's snowing, and you happen to be wearing layers of clothing, even if you're down here or up there and you've got a backpack, a satchel, ladies may have a purse, and you have that dangling strap, you got to be careful you do not catch it. So if you turn and you keep your crook to where it's to the inside of you, or kind of even right close to the inside of you, there's that chance of catching your clothing, catching yourself because you're nervous, or catching a strap and slowing your technique down. So I like to make sure my crook's not going to get caught up in nothing. Now let me show you this kind of quickly. Boom. From here, doesn't matter the distance, as I turn, let me slow that down. I'm here, as I started to turn, my hand shifted down, and then I lifted my cane up and caught it here. The cane doesn't need to be up here, right at your belt buckle height or waist height. You turn, you shift it down, you lift it up, you caught it. Now, having grips is nice because that kind of shows you where you want to catch, but it's not necessary for this technique at all. So again, from here, I slide down, I turn, I lift up, I caught it, and then I rev. That ensures my crook is not down here or maybe going to catch me. So again, I'm here because we're not walking around like this. We're walking around like this. I turn and boom, here it is. Now that I'm here, this is where distance and timing comes to play. If I see the individual starting to come like this and I got a second, as I step, lift, I can now give him a good solid hit. Notice my head. I leaned it back a bit just in case he was doing that punch. I don't want to hit him and he still gets a lucky shot in. So from here, if he's coming in fast and I turn and I hit him, I'll kind of lean back just a hair. Now, if I happen to turn, lift up, and he's close enough to where I don't have to go forward, I can just, boom, give him a shot. Remember, everything is about hips and shoulder maneuvering. So if I'm going forward, I can A, step out and hit him. If he's a little bit further and I know I have to hit him, as I come up, I can step and slide. Or if he's right on top of me, and to do this, touch your bag or your partner, but always work lightly with your partner. Don't hurt your partner. From here, same thing. I step back and boom. Now let me show you something here. If he's this close, quickly I do this because now I can hit and I can move. Of course, I wouldn't have that hesitation in that hit. I just got to stop to show you the technique and boom. So from here, my foot steps back and I did everything I needed to do. Slid down, lifted the cane, and I revved it. If he's this close, as I hit him, I can back up now. So you can do that whole technique forward, backwards, or staying where you are. Left-handed doesn't matter. Put it in our left hand for a second for people that are left-handed. I don't want to exclude them. Same technique. I'm here, slid, turned, caught, revved, and hit. I'm in close, still left-handed. Foot step back, slid down, caught it, revved, and I hit. So it doesn't matter left-handed or right-handed. Now, crook is facing in. A little different. Not much, just a small change. Because I'm walking with my cane like this, and my hand is here, I am not going to slide it down because that's going to be uncomfortable, and I don't want to do that because I'm probably going to lose my cane. Number two, I never want to try to shift or let go and rework my hands in such a fast situation. So I'm going to keep it planted right where it's at. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to step, but I'm not going to slide down. Notice the cane as now let me reverse it for a second. When I slid down, the cane kind of stays, the way it is, kind of almost a vertical, and then it comes up as I rev. And revving, that's something I constantly get on my students about when they're first learning. I want them to break that. To me, it's a bad habit. After you learn to do that, you'll do it without even thinking about it. So when you have your cane this way, when you step, I'll lean the cane back, and I do it out of instinct. I lean it back, flip it up. The cane, the handle, I'm going to keep my hand right here. Because right here is, I'm going to hold it, and now I've got more support in this way, and I can hit. So from here, I simply turn, and I hit. Now, excuse me. Let's say you have an injury or maybe, you have a disability or something. If you don't have a disability or no injuries and you can do this good, you want to look at your legs for a minute. When I turn and I do all the other techniques here, my legs bend just a little bit, kind of like a fighting, because I want that hip drive and I want that shoulder drive. But if you have an injury or a disability, let's say you're wearing a brace or something, you're going to have to just kind of shoot from where you're at, which I understand. So if I can turn, and if I can't bend my knees very good, but I can get my cane up, I may not have that good hip, but if I have that upper shoulder, I'm going to do that. If I have a shoulder issue, I'm going to add a little hip to it to create a little momentum. So you want to work those techniques the best you can. Hopefully the adrenaline's going, and you're going to do the best hit you can hit. Now, the same thing with this here, as we talked about. I turn, I flip it up. No need to rev this because this is already to the outside. So I don't have to rev when I'm holding this way. I just have to flip up, catch it, got it for support, and I can hit. So the initial strike, myself, I like going for the solar plex. He may be coming like this, he may be coming like this, he may be coming like this, you know. So I want to go for that solar plex if I can. If he turns sideways, coming at me like this, I'm going to go for the ribs, stomach, throat, and face. Not a bad target area, but understand something. You've got a smaller diameter going to a smaller area. For that, I would take and I would simply, and I'm gonna have to turn him so you can see this because I'm gonna keep it in my right hand for a minute. For that one, I'm gonna step with the other foot, but I'm gonna do everything else. I step, I slide, I lift, I revved. Now I have wider mass going to a smaller area. So if I'm off a bit, I still have plenty to hit. And I can also use that to here. So from here, I turn, and I can also strike the midsection. So you could do it either way. And again, from here, turning and striking. If you want to get away from the guy, you touch the bag, you do the same thing, everything's the same, and you can move back. So it's all about distance and timing, and in case you need to give him a solid blow forward or backwards, you're kind of where you're at to get him off you. A good shot should give you some time, or a couple seconds at least, to start to get away, maybe get some attention and help, or as maybe you need to hit him, and then go into a secondary hit. So a two-hand bayonet strike is, to me, is a good solid strike. And you can also, once you've learned to break it down, you can step at angles and go into them at an angle. That was actually, the forward step was, I revved, I went. The angle step is the same. I just stepped out, but all this was the same. The slide down, the lift up, the rev. Even here, going at an angle, step out, grab, it's all the same, and there's the ribs. So work the technique, practice it. Not just practice it because you're trying to learn to defend yourself. Have some fun with it, enjoy it, understand it. The cane is a great tool to use. Get familiar with it. A lot of different canes out there. You're going to find something you're going to like. I've got several of them. I'm going to be going over in the next several weeks. I'm going to kind of, because people ask a lot about the racks, the different canes. I'm going to kind of go over a rack and maybe show a couple of different canes for technique, straight ones and odd canes. I'm going to do the same with the derbies, go over several ways to use them, the techniques you can use, besides my crook canes, and even using my umbrella. So hopefully that helped. If you get an opportunity, please subscribe to the channel. Hit like if you like this. It does help us grow. I'm glad I'm back to go over some more videos. I'm still working a lot with my RDT students. If you're interested in training in the cane, we do have a system. Contact me, hgary64@aol.com, and I can give you information on that because we do train at least 4 times a month live with Zoom, and besides having the systems broken down for you. So again, Happy New Year's. Look forward to talking to everybody soon. Gary Hernandez. I will see everybody very, very soon. Bye.